Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between MperorM and Barcode on Bel'Shir Vestige, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is MperorM. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is a Barcode, so a TVT coming up at the GM level for you guys. Been a while since we've had a high-level TVT. Some Into the Voids recently, but nothing really anything higher than that. MperorM asks, were you the guy with the unlucky Reaper? Apparently he's played a Terran Barcode player recently in the recent past, but Barcode is not giving anything away. Or maybe he doesn't speak English? I don't know. I think this is on the North American server, but I'm not entirely sure. Barracks first out of Barcode, and Barracks first out of MperorM. And double gas right away from MperorM. I wonder what he is planning. Maybe Cyclone. Oh, there we go. Double gas. Owner from Barcode as well. Very interesting indeed. We'll see what these guys do. I have to imagine it's going to be for Cyclone production. Cyclones are pretty good in the TVT. Cyclone versus Cyclone is actually a pretty interesting action because they do extra damage against each other. So Cyclones disappear pretty quickly when that's what you're doing. SCV Scout here. This does not look like a Scout from MperorM. This looks like a Proxy Factory. Could it be a Proxy Fac? Do we have the barracks completing? We do, and it's done. And now MperorM says, boom, Proxy Fac. Yes. Yes, called it. All right, so Proxy Factory here. That has got to be Cyclones. Reaper on the way from our Barcode player, and a Reaper coming in from MperorM as well. Now, I know I have a hard time keeping Reaper names, keeping them separate, keeping track of them when there are two in the same cast in the case of a TVT. So I will do my best here. I will do my best. This blue Reaper is going to be Tony the Tiger. He's great! After leaving Kellogg's in the year 2259 due to the inordinate amount of child labor creating his frosted flakes, Tony takes out his rage on Terran masterminds behind the labor. He will only feel accomplished if he destroys 3 SCVs. Once his Reaper suit is destroyed, his Tiger spirit will live on forever, for he is great! It's fun to be Tony the Tiger. The Red Reaper, on the other hand, who's still not complete yet, his name is High Lord Alejandro. There is only one man who the Death Knights bow to, and it is their High Lord Alejandro. Alright, so Alejandro versus Tony the Tiger. What is this? How are there 2 Reapers out? Dang it, Barcode has 2 Reapers. I'm not doing a Reaper group name here. Nope, not doing it. But it's Tony the Tiger and his friend plus a Hellion moving out, and actually 2 Reapers from MperorM as well. Why am I not paying attention to this? So Alejandro versus Tony the Tiger, their best friends die, which is super bad news. The Proxy Factory did make a Cyclone. It's making another Cyclone, and now it's making a Viking. However, Hellion and Reaper are moving up here to do some damage against MperorM. And no, but the attack here forcing the cancel on the natural base. MperorM gets in here quickly to get some immediate results. Hellion and a Reaper for Barcode coming right on in here. Tony the Tiger wants to get revenge. There's really nothing to defend in this situation. Only SCVs. Hellion gonna have a field day with this, but Cyclone's knocking down the front door of Barcode. There's a Banshee on the way, but guess what's pretty good against air stuff? Cyclones. Cyclones are pretty good. Barcode player is now supply blocked. Oh, crikey. And can they take down the starport? I'd get the starport if I were you. No, all right. Going after the reactor on this barracks. Fine. SCVs pulled off the line. So much stuff going on. Did they actually... Oh, man. Are all these workers dead? I assume all these workers are dead. The surround! Oh, Barcode gets the surround on the Cyclones. A landed Viking for MperorM here to fight as well. And oh my gosh, it looks like Team Red might win this thing. No, Banshee lift. There we go. Lift. Viking going to take down that Banshee. Does the Banshee have enough ability to do that? I don't know. Alejandro the Reaper coming back on in here to get rid of the remainder of these SCVs. It's 18-9 workers right now. Oh, the surround almost happens. KDA charge blowing all of them SCVs back. And Alejandro coming in for the blood. Man, there was a lot of stuff going on there. I have to assume the Hellion just did a lot of damage up there in MperorM's base. Cyclone finally gets rid of Alejandro. Alejandro is dead. Tony the Tiger also dead, as there are no more Reapers in the units tab at all. Banshee going after these SCVs here in the mineral line for MperorM, but 2 Vikings, boof, blow her off the edge of that cliff, and she gone. She gone. More Vikings on the way for MperorM. He still has more Cyclones coming in from this proxy stuff as well. I don't think Barcode knows about this. Barcode has no idea this is here, but how else would there be stuff at this point. Either way, this is a crazy low econ game for 5 minutes into a Legacy of the Void cast. 16 to 11 workers. MperorM has that lead. Lock-on ability. Oh, Barcode's Cyclone actually going after the Vikings, getting one of them, and the stutter step doesn't get the other one. The Viking does manage to live into some high ground attacks against the Cyclone. Check this out. Oh, they get it. They get it. Lift. Oh, the Vikings lift. Oh, wait. Oh, right. The Liberator does get a shot off. Takes it down. This is absolutely insane. So lock-on versus non-lock-on. Cyclone out here for Barcode. Some landed Vikings for MperorM trying to do some damage here as well. We have a Hellion for MperorM trying to roast up some SCVs in this area. But this defensive Cyclone is actually pretty good for defending against this sort of stuff. And Barcode shoves that away quite nicely. So 15 SCVs have died for MperorM. 20 have died for Barcode. It is 19 to 12 Harvesters. So MperorM has a tiny, tiny bit of a lead right now. Nothing incredible, but at the very least, he has a lead. Liberator, though, coming in for Barcode, and I don't really see anything to stop this from happening. SCVs, get out. Get out, SCVs. They're not getting out. There's a Marauder. That's not going to be useful. There was a Marine at some point, but I think he was in the Circle of Doom. Not taken out first. So Liberator completely shuts down this mineral line. No, a Viking for MperorM comes to save the day. Saving the day, trying to kill this Liberator. Liberator knows she can't get out. She's just going to try to kill as many units as she can before she dies. And the answer is 0 more. 0 more. Cyclone here for Barcode going after Marauders. Has 4 kills at this point. SCV's forced to fight as well. This game is absolutely crazy pants. It might be stabilizing, though. MperorM is floating his factory and his starport back home. And neither player has expanded yet. Again, almost 7 minutes in to this TVT. Expansion being built inside the main base for MperorM, which seems very nice. Barcode still only has 13 SCVs and is showing no signs at all that he wants to expand. So, I don't know. I don't know what he's planning on doing here. He is coming across the map with a medevac full of 2 Hellions and 3 Marines. It's not the most intimidating attack of all time, but he feels like he has to do something. So, sneaking up along this bottom side of the main for MperorM. Going to come up into the main base behind this mineral line. It's the best place to drop. Gets 5 out of 5 stars on Yelp. Viking trying to get rid of the medevac, but the Marines and the Hellions actually doing a pretty good job against this SCV count. 2 Marauders here to defend, doing pretty well for MperorM, though. Not great against Marines, but in a pinch, they will do. Landed Viking, getting rid of the Marines, helping immensely there, and against the Hellions. And the Hellions finally do get cleaned up, but 30 SCVs have been lost by MperorM. Wait, yeah, and 25 have been lost by Barcode. So, actually, Barcode takes the lead in the worker count after that attack. He has 17 to 13 Harvesters. This has got to be the most intensive, like, just workers dying, murderous towards the SCV's TVT I've ever cast. This is nuts. Hellion versus Marauders. They don't have slow, luckily for the Hellion, or it would be dead. More Banshees coming in for Barcode with Cloaking Field coming in as well. So Cloak, Banshees, Cyclones, Hellions. It's basically something of a mech attack here out of Barcode, but he's not going to have an expansion, which is a problem. Hellion rolling into the main base. The Marauder huffing after him, trying to kill him. And is it going to work? Nope, too fast. Too fast. Hellion, I think, just wanted to scout. Didn't necessarily want to kill anything, which is just fine. 3 Marauders for MperorM. Trying to get up this ramp, but there's a Cyclone, a Hellion, and 4 Marines. I don't know about this. Seems like a weird attack, but the Marauders trying to get rid of the Cyclone, but Cyclones just do so much damage against armored things, and there's a Banshee here as well, and a Viking to chase away the medevac that tried to show up a little bit late to the party. Oh no, another medevac flying on in. MperorM does recognize what's going on and gets it out of there with a boost before it's too late. Holding on to the Zelnaga Watchtower with a tank and some Marauders. Actually enough to chase away the Cyclone that was coming up to murder things, getting chased down by this tank. The tank really wants to kill. Really wants to kill it, and they do. Nicely done. Medevac giving the assist there. This reminds me of early StarCraft games. Early StarCraft Pro games. It turned into, I mean, it was just shuttles. It was dropships. It was just early, really low econ drop play for a long time in that game. Banshee getting some more shots off there as well. Viking versus Viking. No, landing the Viking is MperorM. So much landed Viking in this match. Surprising number. Cloak Banshee here for Barcode doing terrible damage to MperorM. I don't know what he's going to do about this Cloaked Banshee. I really don't. He doesn't have anything that can shoot up at this point. He's got Marauders and tanks, which is fine and all, but No. Oh, here we go. Also, Marines and tanks waltzing in for the barcode player. Picking off a medevac here outside the natural base. Gonna have to make a stand here is MperorM. Siege tanks on the high ground. Gonna do a lot of damage here. I think barcode should pull out, allow the Cloak Banshee to get rid of the tanks, and then move in, but he seems to be a little bit distracted with other things. This Banshee has 16 kills. Make it 17. Let's make it 18. MperorM in tons of trouble right now. This Cloak Banshee is the best Banshee of all time. A GM Banshee with 21 kills. Gonna get rid of pretty much all the workers that MperorM has. This is without a doubt, says MperorM, the greatest TVT I've ever played, and that's it. A good game well played. Good game well played out of MperorM, and Barcode is your victor without saying anything throughout this entire game. Yes, MperorM, I must admit, this was the greatest TVT I've ever seen. That was amazing. Amazing play out of both of these players. Resources lost, as usual, telling the story. What do we got? 7,100 lost by the Terran player compared to 6,000, or 6,000, yeah. 6,000, so again, more, not huge amounts of more, but again, this Cloaked Banshee was the key, was the turning point in this nuts match. 15 Marines got killed of Barcodes here. MperorM ended up losing 2 tanks, 8 Marauders. That's a lot of Marauders. I'm not sure Marauder was the correct choice here, but, you know, maybe he will, he'll make some decisions a little bit differently next time. Whew! All right, so that's going to be it from me. A bit of a short one, but definitely a worth it one. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.